Scientists claim feeding cows seaweed could slash their methane emissions by a staggering 82%.
That's crazy.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's mental, considering how much. I mean, how much that methane contributes to greenhouse gases and the thinning of the ozone layer.
Mm.
But what's the logistics involved with feeding cows seaweed?
So I thought this. So my first thought was, yeah, but the millions of tons of seaweed you're going to have to transport to farms is going to have loads of emissions
Yeah,
associated with it.
seaweed isn't close to the kind
No,
of
so
places that
so
you have cows.
you'd have to get rid of all the seaweed, which in its natural environment is an oxygenator anyway, which is good for the
Yeah,
environment. And then you're cutting
well,
it
yeah,
all
because
out and then
that
transporting
contributes
it
to.
on trucks to farms. But someone else commented quite a good thing underneath it, and it said like, well, you could just grow the seaweed on the farms.
Yeah, you could though, couldn't you? Because seaweed is quite easy to grow. Yeah, which also almost kind of solves the oxygen problem anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you're also, while it's growing, you're creating more oxygen
Yeah,
that you wouldn't normally have grown in the sea when it was just growing there.
I guess it depends on how efficient it is to grow seaweed. I actually have no idea. I hope that someone actually knows this.
As for what it takes to farm seaweed, all you need is $20,000, 20 acres of water, and a boat.
Like, how much seaweed would one cow need to eat? How much land would you need to clear to grow the seaweed to feed these cows?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
There is the obviously the other side of it, which is why don't we just stop eating cows?
There's always that, yeah.
It's not that hard to be vegetarian.
But then I've always kind of held the mindset that you should be able to face what it is that you are doing.
Mm.
If you could stand there with the bolt gun, execute a cow for your dinner, then go ahead. Like,
I just don't know if I'd want to.
I wouldn't.
Is like if I like this is the thing I have is I would kill an animal to eat it
In a survival
situation quite happily. Like
Me
it wouldn't.
too. No problems.
I'm not
Wouldn't get upset
necessarily
about that. It's not. No,
I'm not
It's nothing to do
sentimental
with
about
that.
even life. I'm just like,
It's more the necessity of
if
it.
it's
Like,
unnecessary, I'm
what's the
like,
point?
what is the fucking
Yeah,
point? Like, why not just keep it alive?
yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Stop. Yeah, I don't
Crop
know.
production is
Dreadful as well because every time they churn up,
really bad.
every time they churn up the earth, they're like kicking up loads of nitrogen into the atmosphere.
It's not even an issue of animal agriculture. It's agriculture in general and population and our actual food needs is the issue.
Yeah, but also cows have hooves, not feet. Do you know why? Because they're lactose.
I want to know how long you were waiting to slip that one in. Any more?
Oh, I've got a good cow joke, but I don't really know a good way to tell it. I just know the punchline. I'm going to attempt to create a joke to get to a punchline. There's this cow, right? And he's been really down. He feels really miserable. He feels like the black sheep of the herd. He feels like he stands out and no one understands him. And he always felt like he was a little bit different. Yeah. He didn't know his mother or father, his bull and cow mum and dad. And he thought, you know what, I'm going to go and ask the farmer if I can do an ancestry, if they can check my genes and find some relatives of mine, some historical relatives of my bovine past. So the farmer says, okay, I don't want you to not fit in. I'll do this test for you, and we'll find out. And the farmer's just I just want to keep him quiet and make sure he eats grass, so that in a few years I can just kill him and eat him. Well, it's her because it's a cow, not a bull. Anyway, So the farmer goes and gets the jeans and takes them off to the
It's
lab.
whatever it wants to be.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't assume the cow's gender, but yeah. But so the farmer gets the genes and goes off to the lab because he's also a scientist. This farmer, he's a geneticist, and he runs the test, and he starts looking through sort of the history of the cows and goes, "Oh, I wonder. Oh, this is odd. Like there's this line running backwards through the cows. It could be royal or something. You know, this has gone back like hundreds of years now, and so he goes back to the cow and he says, I've found one of your ancestors, and you won't believe it. He said it was a knight. A knight, you know, how amazing. He said, yeah, it was sirloin.
God's sake, man. After all that, sirloin. Nah. No more cow jokes. You're milking it. I've got 1 minute until it finishes.
Let's just run through a load of cow jokes and we'll finish. What did the cow confess to his therapist? I feel seen but not heard. Oh, the stakes have never been higher. 1 minute to go.
What happens when a cow jumps over a wire fence?
Go on.
Utter destruction.
Oh, God, that's dark.
No.